What's happening YouTube? Once again, Adam here for Adam After Hours. Don't know if you noticed the new intro. I thought it was pretty cool. Made it the other night. Told you there'd be one coming. A couple of things here. If you guys checked out the last one and you were able to see it, awesome. I appreciate you guys watching. I got a couple extra likes on my YouTube page, and at least somebody's watching, right? I thank you guys a lot. Again, the reason I'm doing this is for anybody that watches it, not for myself, because I could sit in a room and talk to myself all day long. But again, thank you. Comment on either my YouTube or my Facebook to start conversations about whatever we talk about here or I talk about here, and we'll go from there. Second, going to be a shorter video today. Something just kind of struck me. We had another young gentleman pass away this past weekend due to an accident. My thoughts and prayers go out to his family and his friends. When they're taken that young, it's always really hard. And it's hard to move past, but it's tough. So my condolences to anybody who knew the young gentleman that passed away. And that leads me to the discussion this week. When I was growing up, partying was a little bit different. We'd take off on the weekend, we'd hang out, and for some reason or another, I really don't know why, but my friends weren't drinkers. Our idea of partying wasn't get together and drink as much alcohol as we can until we don't remember what happens after that point. When I got a little bit older, when I was 21, 22, 23, right in that area, I started having the drinking parties and things like that. But younger, it wasn't really anything like that. And it brings a huge concern as to where the youth are going nowadays. And I say the youth, not like I'm an old man, but because it's a different generation. I want to say there's almost two generations between me and the 20-year-olds right now. And it feels like you guys are trying to fit a lifetime of partying into a couple of years. And it's sad to say, but things like this happen. I think the major part of this, the difference I'm seeing with the newest generation that's coming up and starting to drink in my generation, is the consideration for people around you. When I was 18, I got my house. My mom moved in with her boyfriend in New Hampshire and left me the house to take care of. Still her house, she owns it, but I was 18 taking care of a house and paying the bills and things like that. So when I hit 21, 22, and I was having my friends over, some of them were 17, 18, 19, some of them were drinking, some of them were not, but whenever I had a party, it was always instilled in me to watch out for other people. You don't spend the whole night babysitting, but you take precautions to make sure that your friends are safe. When you used to come to my house, if you planned on drinking, the first thing before you took any drink is I took your keys. And because in my house I have all my hiding places, and I would hide all the keys together. And if somebody wanted to leave, we'd have people that were sober that were there, and we'd be like, hey, are these people good to leave? If they had any water, things like that. We would check up on them before we'd give them that, or we'd find them a ride home, have somebody else drive their car back to their house, or however it worked. But it's looking out for each other. And I'm not saying that looking out for each other would have prevented anything that happened, or has happened, or will happen, but take that extra step. There's been a couple of times that I didn't even know the person, and they were just drunk, stumbling around. Get them to a seat, get them some water. You can consume alcohol to a point where you feel better and still have a good time. Heck, you could do it without any alcohol whatsoever. Me and my best friend were just hanging out here for like half an hour, just laughing our asses off with little to no alcohol in our system. I had a couple of shots about 3 hours ago, but there was, I wasn't even buzzed, and we were having a good time because we were just hanging out, enjoying best friend time, and you can do that. So, try to ease up a little bit. You got a long time to party, guys. You got a long time to party. Get your life, kind of figured out as where you want to go. Once you do, then start hanging out and partying and drinking, but do it responsibly. I know I sound like a parent, well, because I am a parent, and my son is going to get this exact talk probably pretty soon. I don't know with the way generations are going, but again, it's always sad to see people lose people long before their time. But there's a plan for things, and if it affects you like it used to affect me when I was younger, when you lose a friend, you take time to investigate your life and see what's going on. and really take it from there. So take a look at where you guys are. I'm not saying don't party, don't have fun. I do it. I have a good time. Had a party just about a month ago or so, and I had a keg here. Even had my mom here. Shh, don't tell anybody else. She had a good time, and we just kind of hung out. We all drank around a fire, nothing stupid. Everybody was, good to drive when they left. So, just be responsible, please. Okay, I have a lot of friends in the newest generation. I care about every one of you, and I don't want to see anything bad happen. So just take care of yourselves, and if you need anything, call those people. Make sure you have those people. I try to be that person for my friends that they call me 3 o'clock in the morning if they need a ride, and it's perfectly fine. What am I going to lose? A couple hours of sleep versus losing a friend? I think it's worth it, guys. And that's the only topic I'm going to talk about today. The biggest thing that I wanted to get out there is the challenges from last week to compliment 5 strangers and to ask somebody that you already know something about themselves that you don't know about them. 5 people there as well. I got all that. I did accomplish that. I actually got the asking 5 questions of people I know out of the way early. The complimenting strangers happened about once a night at the gas station. And the last one actually happened Saturday night when I was working. As I was, nearing the end of the night, there was a girl came in with some, pretty cool fingernails. And I was just like, hey, those are nice nails. A little conversation. Changed her straight face to a smile, and she went back to her friends. That's all it needs to do, man. You change your life, it's great. This week's challenge, I had a longer one that I'd already done a video for you guys, but it was just, it ran to like 20 minutes because I started rambling, and then I forgot the challenge. But I got talking about grudges in that one and how life's too short, which kind of leads into this one that I was talking about with the partying and just being responsible, taking care of each other. But life is pretty short, and it's too short to hold grudges. I held a lot of them over the time that I was, out and about, bartending and all that. I've held a lot of grudges. And recently, one thing that I've been trying to do is bury the hatchet with a lot of people, or just touching base with people that I thought were on bad terms with and seeing what's going on. But this is a big one. This is a big step over the last one, I think. This is a big thing to try to do. But think of somebody that you think may still have negative feelings about you, or vice versa, or that one of you wronged the other one and there's just bad blood there. Just try to think of it. Think of something that really affected you, because the first one that comes to your mind, that's your subconscious telling you that this is actually affecting you, and it will affect you for a long time. So whatever comes to your mind first, reach out to that person and try to make amends. Try to bury the hatchet. You don't have to be best friends, but apologize for whatever happened. Try to understand it and learn from it. Maybe you'll gain a friend back from it. Maybe the person will blow you off. It doesn't matter. It's not your choice to forgive yourself. It's their choice whether or not they want to forgive and move on. But if you were the one that did the wrong, tell them you're sorry. Tell them that you see the difference now and why you were wrong, and that you hope to get better from it. If they were the one that wronged you, forgive them. You don't have to forget it. If it's somebody that you don't care to talk to ever again, just give them that forgiveness, that you've moved past, that you forgive what they did, but you're not going to forget it and be their best friends again or whatever happened. So that's challenge this week, is to reach out and make amends for either something that you did to somebody or something that somebody did to you. And I wish you guys the best of luck in this. Again, I'm trying to become a better person by helping other people get better themselves. So together we'll do this, and hopefully we'll all end up in a much better place. And so thanks a lot, guys, and I will see you guys next time. YouTube, surprise yourself.